Hey everybody, welcome to CastorsCorner.com. I am your host Khalil. Welcome to another toy of the day. As always, go to CastorsCorner.com for a full gallery. And I added the link. The video is not there yet because I'm filming it, so it'll be in there in a moment as soon as we're done here. Follow us. We are at Castors Corner on all social media. And remember to hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate all the support. As I always say, the more of you that subscribe, the more cool things we get to do and we get to share them with you. So, and check out the Cornercast podcast this week with our friend Lacey Gillerin up on Apple Podcasts right now. But you are here for the toy of the day. And the toy of the day sort of kind of wraps up our Shang Chi look into the Marvel Legends figures. And I say sort of because we have one more Shang Chi toy to look at that I just picked up. And we'll be talking about this guy later. I'm going to mention him here. So the last figure in the Marvel Legends pre-movie release of the Shang-Chi figures is Katy. Katy? I'm not sure how to say it yet. Haven't seen the film, so we don't know actually what her name is. She's not mentioned in the film. She is portrayed by Awkwafina, and the likeness to her is great. I mean, this is... They once again just nailed the look of the actor. These movie figures are getting better and better with every wave. So she is a Target exclusive, unfortunately, but from what I've heard, she has not been very difficult to get your hands on. So that's at least a consolation there. She comes with quite a few accessories. So the figure comes just like this with her. Some things I know, some things I don't. So she comes with a holder, a backpack, something, quiver. There it is. She comes with a quiver because she comes with a bow and arrow. She comes with a single arrow right here, and she comes with a double arrow. Thank you, Hasbro, for not making it attached to the bow. Mattel doesn't seem to be able to get around that for some reason. There's got some nice painted details on it. You can see the double goes in there just fine. And there's a extra centerpiece that is hollow. So what you can do is you can put the bow, maybe this way. Nope, I had it right the first way. So her bow can go in there with her arrows. I think it works really well for her. She can sling it over one shoulder like that. I think she can carry it, and you can pop the neck, or you can raise the arm and put it over. It does fit on her back quite nicely. There has been talk whether or not she can actually hold it, and I honestly always have to remind myself how I hold a bow. So she can hold it pretty well. The hands are pretty malleable. Fingers move pretty well. You can stretch them out and fit things in them. So she can hold it pretty well. She can kind of hold the arrow as if she's knocking it. There is a separation in her fingers in that area. Sorry, it's low, but I want to make sure that I can show you how it looks. She doesn't have the typical, I'm going to try not to break this arrow. She doesn't have the typical fingers that they've used in the past, but you can balance it so that she does look like she's going to look like she's going to fire it. It's not the best. It really isn't. It's definitely a balancing act. But you can pose her in certain situations where it looks like she's holding it. The fingers are separated here. Her hand's too small for me to be able to show it. But right between the pointer and the middle finger, there is a separation. I don't know if we'll be able to show you. No, the lighting's not going to show it. There is a separation there where the middle finger... and so these two fingers here, those actually are separate from those. So it's kind of like this, the hand, if I can get that like that. So there is some movement that you can put things in between that work out pretty well. So I think that that's good. She comes with alternate fists. So you can have punching hands instead. And then the mystery accessory, and I say mystery accessory because we have not seen the film and we have no idea what this is, but it looks like a puppy with no head. It's got a little tuft of hair up here. It's got some painted details on the underside of its wings. It's got 4 wings, 6 legs, no face, no head. It is some kind of creature that I'm sure will play a part in the movie. And honestly, I know it doesn't have a face or anything, but it looks really cute. I think it's the way they sat its feet. They look very bear-like, to be honest with you, the feet themselves. And I know that's kind of weird to be able to try to figure that out, but very, very weird kind of little creature that just kind of sits. It's not posable. Wings don't move. They're malleable. You can kind of squeeze them. They're not going to break. You can pose them up a little bit if you kind of, put them there, but they usually just fall back into place. So there you go. There's Katy. Now, here's the thing. I've got some theories that I mentioned. One, in the trailer, she seems to be hanging out with Shang Chi when he's in what I assume is the United States. From the look of it, looks like San Francisco, maybe. So she's hanging out with him. She's wearing normal stuff that we see Awkwafina in interviews and stuff like that, kind of just normal street clothes. We know that Shang-Chi leaves his home. We know that he comes to the United States. And from all descriptions, she's one of his friends here. So 2 theories. One, she's never in traditional kind of clothing like this at all in any of the trailer. So one theory I'm pointing out is that, does he train her? Does she get interested in what he can do in certain situations? And does he train her and she become a warrior with him? Does she become part of his team? The other thing that I would say is we have this toy that has come out, and I don't want to talk too much about it because I'm going to do a whole thing on it. But it's called the Great Protector. It is gray and red, and she is wearing all red. Could she be the Great Protector? Could she be the dragon? Could she be sent to the United States to protect him? Or could she just be get to know him, and by doing that, she kind of befriends him? Does he help her unlock her powers? Does she even know that she's a Great Protector? All theories. We won't know until later in the year. But I think there is definitely more to her than the trailer showed off. 100%. I think it was a great trailer. I think it showed off a lot. I am very psyched about this film. I think I've mentioned this before. It's going to take the Marvel Universe in a different direction. Yes, it's going to be an origin story. Yes, it's going to connect to Iron Man and the 10 Rings and the Mandarin storyline. Yeah, it's going to have those MCU connections. But it is, I don't know. I think it's going to open up the MCU like Black Panther did. I think it's going to give another dimension. It's going to be more inclusive. It's going to encourage people to learn more about the character. And I think that is everything it should do. And it's going to highlight culture and a different group of people. And I think that is a very positive message to be sending out in today's world. So I'm very, very excited to see how it goes. I'm very excited to see how Katy becomes part of Shang-Chi's group, what she does, what she is, what this little creature is, and is she really the Great Protector at some point in the film? And I think there's a good chance. I'm not the only one. I've talked to a few other people and I've seen their videos, and I think we all came to that realization at the same time. We're getting a Katy in traditional clothing in red, and we're getting a Great Protector in red. Is there a connection between the two? And I think in her description says she's fiercely loyal. So, I'm thinking there's some twists and turns that are going to happen there. So there you go. There's our finish at Marvel Legends. We will be taking a look at this guy next week sometime. The rest of the week, though, is dedicated to May the 4th, starting tomorrow with some reveals, first looks at something people have not seen yet, which I'm excited about. I'm not going to reveal that right now, but you can go and check out the full gallery, which is on castorscorner.com. The link is to the actual gallery is in the description down below. It is live right now. You can go check that out when the video ends. And for the archive of all the old stuff you can see there, we are at Castor's Corner on all social media, and our friend Lacey Gilleran joined us on the Cornercast podcast on Apple Podcasts this week, so you can go subscribe and check that out. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. The more of you that subscribe, the more really cool things we get to do, and we get to share them with you, and that is part of the journey that we're taking here, and making you part of my journey throughout my collection, and hopefully that you're enjoying the content. And yeah, so we will see you tomorrow with an all new first look at some new Star Wars product that nobody has yet. We're really excited to be able to be the first ones to take a look at it. And we'll see you tomorrow and getting ready for May the 4th. See you soon. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.